Isle of Paradise, gem of the tropics, morning of the world, Isle of tomorrow. This is Bali. One of the 5 principal islands among the many thousands which make up the nation of Indonesia, Bali has also been called the Island of Fertility. Its lifeblood is the water which cascades down from the mountains, pouring through countless rivers and streams before finally reaching the sea. The island's sacred rivers, the Pekarisan and the Petanu, are but a part of the system that makes Bali what it is. The industrious Balinese have created one of the world's most complex irrigation systems. Not a mere collection of haphazard individual efforts, but a closely knit enterprise run on highly efficient lines. Although Western farmers might regard some of the implements of their Balinese counterparts as primitive, a closer look at the methods they use would result in admiration. There's a well-organized system which controls the regulation of the water supply and the drainage and cleaning of an incredible number of canals. Here, almost everything in life is regulated by a village organization. Irrigation and other aspects of farming are tended by a communal group known as the Subak. The Subak takes care of all the day-to-day problems that arise and sees that every farmer gets his proper share of the water. But to the Balinese, the Subak is only one part of life. There is a system of far greater importance. The watching gods can see the evidence of the faith of the Balinese. Everywhere there are temples, for the growing of rice, like everything else in Bali, depends on the goodwill of the celestial ones, who rule every person, every plant, and every animal, bird, and insect. In Bali, as in the rest of Indonesia, religion is of tremendous importance to the people. Whatever their faith, they're devoted to it and mold their lives around its requirements. Whether they are Christian, Muslim, Hindu, or Buddhist, Balinese observe the rules of their faith in a spirit of deep dedication. In a Balinese village, a woman makes her daily tribute in solitude. Like most of the 3.25 million people of the island, she believes in reminding the gods of her presence by offering some small gift each day. It may be only a trifling thing, but the faith behind the gift is considerable. Most Balinese are Hindu, but over 20 centuries have blended the rites of their present religion with their original faith, worship of the sea, the mountains, and the spirits. The people of the island believe that Bali does not belong to them. It is held in trust for their supreme god. Under him is a system of lesser gods, each designated to care for a particular river, farm, person, or creature. With such beliefs to guide them, the Balinese have a stability which allows them to endure life's worst misfortunes. Life in Bali can have its hard side. When the harvest is over and there's no work in the fields, women often find employment on the roads. The great depth of magnificent volcanic soil is revealed as hillsides are sliced away to form better roads. Keeping them in good repair is a continuous task. Heavy rainfall means constant erosion and plenty of work for the gangs of female road menders. Balinese roads have their own unique traffic blend. Carts of an ancient style mingle with motor vehicles in a happy compromise between the old and the new. Not so very long ago, a motor vehicle was a rare and frightening sight in Bali. but the winds of change are blowing here as well. Slowly but very surely, the old carts that have travelled Balinese roads for hundreds of years are wearing out and not being replaced. Future generations may see them only in museums. The Balinese have a plan and a method for everything. Each village has a governing body called a banjar. Able-bodied men work under the direction of the banjar, which bears a resemblance to the local councils of Western countries. This village is a lasting tribute to the efficiency of the Balinese system of administration. Wiped out by a fierce eruption of the sacred volcano Mount Agung, it has been completely rebuilt by voluntary labor. Today, the village stands as though it had never been touched, and the survivors have returned to live where their ancestors lived before them. The Indonesian government gave the funds for the materials, but the people of the village provided the willpower and the energy. Some of them know that what happened before could happen again. Mount Agung will explode again one day, and no one knows whether that day will be tomorrow or sometime in a century of the future. Like many other Balinese villages, this one could once more be wiped off the map. If that happens, those who survive will do what is necessary and rebuild for the second time. Village maintenance and improvement is also handled by the banjar. Here, one of the most important buildings in any village is under construction. It's a community meeting hall, destined to be the center of social and business life for everyone who lives in the settlement. At various times, beneath its thatched roof, members of the banjar will gather to discuss the progress of the rice crop, or men, women and children will gather informally for a performance by the village's gamelan orchestra. The roof thatcher will be there on both occasions, and so he makes sure that his work won't fail and let the monsoon rain onto him and his friends. By sharing their labor, the people of Bali make each village a self-contained community. Morning in the highlands, and a different way of life. Here, 5,000 feet up among the mountains of Bali, there is no village system. Here the inhabitants generally live in isolated farmhouses, in family groups, which may have little contact with other people and the world outside. Life is harder in the highlands. It's a dry farming area, with the staple crop being the starchy tubers called manioc. Even the baby goes to work when mother can't be spared to stay at home. For some families engaged in this type of subsistence farming, there's little left over after they've provided for their food and clothing. For them, life is a cycle of working to eat and eating to work. Although on the surface their lot may appear grim, the highlanders of Bali enjoy a simple satisfaction that those in more advanced areas of the world have long since lost. They are close to the earth and the power of nature. Who needs machines to plant when feet can achieve the same end? And who needs babysitters in the highlands of Bali? Beneath a warm and benevolent sun, the people of the island of Bali reap the rice that provides their livelihood. Each member of the community contributes the labor that permits all to live well. These farming families share a kinship with all Balinese. No matter on what part of the island they live, the Balinese all share some of the rewards that their gods send them. Shiva, the destroyer, Vishnu, the preserver, and Brahma, the creator, are equally important. If the people can keep the right balance between their competing gods, Bali will remain the island of paradise, the gem of the tropics, the morning of the world, the island of fertility.